Visit WKRBC.org for times of operation.
You've been listening to your WPKY News Edge. Find news 24 hours a day at WPKYOnline.com. Serving Caldwell County since 1950. We're 1580, 103.3 WPKY Princeton.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. 2 articles of impeachment against President Trump are up for debate and possible amendments in the House Judiciary Committee this evening. A full House vote on impeachment could happen next week. That would set up a trial in the Senate. The top Senate Democrat Chuck Schumer says
it should be fair, it should be bipartisan, and it should let the facts come out.
Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says the trial would start next month after the holiday break. A federal judge in Texas rules the Trump administration may not divert $3.6 billion approved for military construction to border wall projects.
President Trump promised a crowd in Pennsylvania Tuesday the wall will be built.
These people fought me, and we've started winning in court.
Meanwhile, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is calling it a victory for the rule of law and national security. The administration is expected to appeal the latest decision.
Fox's Sean Langell in Washington. America's listening to Fox News.
W277CK Princeton. Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast. Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Pennyrile District Health. Time to take a look at community news here on 1580 103.3 WPKY. This morning's community news is brought to you by Community Medical Clinic.
Well, if you've got a function coming up and you would like for us to put it on there and let everybody know about it, make sure that you email us at WPKYonline@gmail.com.
It's a good place to do it. Hey, you can get in the holiday spirit by visiting Princeton's Adsmore House and Gardens Museum. Nothing like the treasure period trimmings to get you in the spirit. Come out and see Adsmore, set up for baby Catherine's very first Christmas in 1901. The special seasonal decor will be on display through December 28th every Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Well, Christ Tabernacle Food Pantry in Princeton is asking that you and your family join them for the Holiday Food Pantry Challenge. Now, joining them is really simple. You can pick up your item list at our WPKY studios at Christ Tabernacle Church on Highway 62 West or on their church page and website. There's a different item each day. Complete your family's donation through the month of December and finish the challenge on January 3rd and 6th from 3 to 6 p.m. by dropping it off right there at the church.
All right, get your cameras ready for the grand opening of Santa's House in the Courthouse Square in Princeton. The Princeton-Caldwell County Chamber of Commerce will open Santa's House, welcoming visitors starting this Thursday, December 12th. That's from 5 to 7, right in the middle of Moonlight Madness. Santa's House will be open Friday as well from 5 to 7, Saturday from 10 to 2, next Thursday and Friday from 5 to 7, and finally finish up with their last day, Saturday, December 21st from 10 to 2, so that Santa can get ready to make his sleigh tour on Christmas Eve.
Well, join Blue Springs Baptist Church on Blackhawk Road in Princeton for Tribute. Now, that's in concert this Friday, December 13th. At 6:30 p.m. Now, admission is free and a love offering is going to be received. For more information, you can give them a call, 270-350-5214.
If you have a child between the ages of 8 and 13 who can shoot hoops, if so, sign them up for the Elks National Hoop Shoot Free Throw Contest. That's coming up this Saturday at the Butler Gym in Princeton. Registration information or questions, you can contact the Elks Lodge, 270-836-0449.
We'll join the Princeton-Caldwell County Chamber of Commerce as we celebrate a small-town Christmas. Now, that is this Saturday in downtown Princeton. You can start a new tradition as a full day of holiday-themed activities kicks off at 8 o'clock in the morning with Breakfast with Santa, Elf on a Shelf. You can head over to Capitol Cinemas for the free holiday movie at 10. On your way back to the tour center, stop by for pictures with Santa at Santa's House at the Courthouse Square from 10 to 2. Get comfy, get settled in for story time with Miss Claus, Buddy the Elf, and Joey back at the tour center from 1 to 2. Then stay from 2 to 3:30 for craft time with the kids. Now, the parade lineup starts at 4. Butler, right there at the Butler Building, and you can pick your spot and watch the parade at 5. Of course, WPKY will be there. Ty and I'll have all of your play-by-play that evening. For more information, give them a call, 963-0644.
It's open house at Health First Community Health Center, South Jefferson Street in Princeton. Join them Wednesday, December 18th from 4 to 6 for a frosty treat with Frosty the Snowman. Free health screenings as well, tours of the clinic, and more at Health First Community Health Center, South Jefferson Street in Princeton.
Happy holidays from Pennyrile Electric. Did you know that outage information is right at the tip of your fingers? Pennyrile Electric works hard to ensure the power stays on. But when something unforeseeable happens, they make it easy for you to stay informed. All you have to do is send a text to 85700. That's 85700. Save Pennyrile Electric in your contacts at 85700 for easy use in the future. It is our wish for you that your season be warm and bright. Happy holidays from Pennyrile Electric.
There is nothing better than being at home for the holidays. This is Leanne with Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress. We have the deals to make your home even cozier. You'll be dreaming of a white Christmas from the comfort of your brand new Serta mattress and adjustable bed base. A better night's sleep is waiting for you. Stop in and see our selection today. Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress, where you always get the best selection, the best furniture at the best price on the Boulevard in Hopkinsville.
Always the best. For delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine, head to La Potacina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or in Marion. Maria's specials are a local favorite you're sure to love. Stop in for delicious lunch or dinner. La Potacina Mexican Restaurant is open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 to 9:30, Sundays 11 to 9. And they offer lunch specials Monday through Friday 11 to 3. Be sure to like them on Facebook for updates and specials. La Potacina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion.
1580 103.3 WPKY Coffee Talk is on the air. Morning conversations about things of interest to you. If you'd like to be a guest on Coffee Talk, just email us your information at WPKYonline@gmail.com. We're proud to call Caldwell County home. WPKY.
1580 103.3 WPKY 809 with Tess and Ty. And of course, Ty, tomorrow is huge when it comes to Christmas and downtown. I mean, a huge day.
A big day. It's Moonlight Madness, and coming in this morning, you should have seen the moon. I thought all I could think of was just Moonlight Madness. It just kind of popped right at me. So
perfect day.
Probably will be that way tomorrow as well. But,
I guarantee it.
Boy, what a way to kick off. Of course, we had Black Friday already.
Right.
But to kick off the festivities this weekend in downtown Princeton, to start off with a great sale downtown on Thursday.
Well, I'm committed. I said that I'm going to do nothing but local stuff this year for Christmas, and that's what I'm going to be purchasing for my kids and my family and my friends. And this is a great way to kick it off, and it's with Posh Embroidery Designs and Promotions. Now, that's right there in downtown Princeton. 2 for $30 Christmas shirts, 20% off a $100 purchase, 2 for 10 ornaments, and a free T-shirt for everybody who spends $100 or more.
That's a good one. Cozy Living Interior and Boutique next to the bowling alley. Here in Princeton, they'll be open 9 to 8. They're giving away holiday gift basket, 1 day only, 25% off the store as well.
Well, Bows and Cleats in the Edible Mall, 15% off store-wide. Plus, get a free punch on your Bows and Cleats punch card. Now, if you don't have one of those cards, don't worry. You can get hooked up with it, but make sure that you ask for one when you go.
All right, the Joshua Tree on the Court Square, 30% off store-wide. That excludes jewelry. They're open till 7 p.m. Thursday evening.
Well, the Armory Gun Shop. Maybe you're not into shopping, and while she's shopping, you can run over there. Maybe you are like me, and you're a lady who really likes that kind of stuff as well. Armory Gun Shop. Make sure you go over there, spend some time with the guys. They're going to help you out. Fantastic deals for Christmas.
And while you're out shopping, all the great deals for the Moonlight Madness sale, be sure you stop by the Black Patch Grill and cool off, get some great food, maybe a drink. Take a quick rest, get refreshed, and ready to roll on for another round of shopping.
Well, the Cat's Tail, now that's next to Capitol Cinemas. You can get 25% off of all purchases.
At the Tin Roof, they're open 10 to 7 December 12th. Christmas is 50% off. Cotton Colors ornaments, 25% off. Clothing, 15% off. Corksicle, 20% off. Spartina, 40% off. Select CC, buy one, get one, 50% off. Register to win a $200 gift card as well to be given away.
Well, open 10 to 8 is West Market. And, of course, they've always got something a little bit different when you're talking about home decor. December 12th, now that is tomorrow, 20% off Christmas decor, refreshments, and giveaways at West Market.
30% off store-wide, excludes custom orders at Treasures Remember Florist and Greenhouse. 50% off all Christmas decor. Additional sales are throughout the store as well, so check it out. They're on Locust Street in Princeton.
Make sure you go and you get in on these deals. Make sure you visit them and tell them that we sent you. It's the Moonlight Madness sale from the Princeton Caldwell County Chamber of Commerce in 1580 103.3 WPKY. Hang out, Ashley White from the Extension Office is next.
It may not be stomach issues.
For me, it's intense gas, or pain, or diarrhea, sometimes all at once. over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms but could never figure it out.
No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor and get really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, may be the reason for my stomach issues.
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Happy holidays from Perry's Floors and More Princeton. They look forward to serving your flooring needs in the new year. They can replace your old worn-out floor with a new floor that will add warmth and style to any room. Choose from luxurious designer carpets, beautiful luxury vinyl plank or luxury vinyl tile floors that will stand up to the wear and spills of your family. Whichever floor you choose will be backed by reputable manufacturers and installed with expert care. See Bill or Lucy at Perry's Floors and More, 127 Market Street in Princeton.
This is Mallory Hancock Lawrence, and we love our Caldwell and Line County friends. We invite you to come to Cada's anytime you can to shop with us. We're making it even easier for you. Whether you work in Cada's or just come to town for a visit, stop in and shop with us. But if you're in a hurry, you can pre-order your groceries at hancocksneighborhoodmarket.com. It's so easy and convenient. Of course, we want to see your smiling face anytime we can, but if you're in a hurry, hancocksneighborhoodmarket.com is the way to go. Hancock's Neighborhood Market, Cada's.
Hey guys, Heidi with Capitol Cinemas, your local Princeton movie theater with your weekday lineup. In Cinema 1, Frozen 2 PG shows Monday through Thursday at 6:30. In Cinema 2, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood PG shows Monday through Thursday at 6:30. In Cinema 3, Harriet PG-13 shows Monday and Wednesday at 6:30. And Last Christmas, PG-13 shows Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30. Call during showtime hours at 270-365-0200 or visit us at capitalcinemas.net. Thanks for listening. See you at the show.
1580 103.3 WPKY 814 with Tess and Ty, and of course Coffee Talk is on the air, and we've got Miss Ashley White with us.
Good morning.
I push her
Good
button,
morning.
she's with us. There she is. How are you?
I'm great.
We hadn't seen you in a while.
I know.
I wish you. You can. I started to say I wish this was like Smell a Radio, or not Smell a Radio, See a Radio, and it is because you're on the live stream. Mm-hmm. Those tights. She is festive this morning.
They can't see the tights.
Well, they can.
My shirt's covering them.
Oh, well, never mind.
Ashley.
They're really cute, though.
Ashley hasn't been here for a while. She's our agent for Family and Consumer Science out of the UK Extension Office.
And she's got on cute britches. You just had to trust me on it.
Oh, what a beautiful morning.
Well, they're festive.
Oh, what a beautiful
And she
day.
had on a red hat when she come in. I mean, she was very festive.
I've got a wonderful feeling. Everything's going my way.
Okay, they're Winnie the Pooh.
They should be able to see them now. I moved my
Did
shirt.
you do that?
I moved
See,
my shirt.
I like that. She's very festive, and I think that's cool.
She is festive.
Hey, what do you got going on at the Extension office? I bet
Well,
there's some festivities going on over there.
Well, we finished up most of our festivities for the month because this last week before the holidays gets hectic on everyone's schedule. So I spend a lot of my time the last week of December planning. So we have lots in store coming up that we're working on. We will work on our weight management program for January. So
why would you do that in January?
Oh, New Year's resolution time. That's our best time of the year to offer that, we have found.
Mm-hmm.
So
I ain't gonna lie, I need it now. I don't need it in January. I need it now.
Well, we have information now. We can provide you with those tips now.
No, I'm going to need it worse in January.
We're going to have the class in January, February. So look for information at the beginning of January. We'll start mid-January and go through probably February.
Good way to kick off your year.
I need to put that down so that I can make sure that that's something I do.
But I thought we might want to talk about stress during the holidays. Does anybody get stressed during the holidays?
No.
Why Nobody
is that?
stresses. So many obligations, and I think we put the pressure on ourselves. And I think everybody needs a reminder, even me, who I'm going to give you the reminder not to stress during the holidays, because I'm looking through my tips and I'm saying, oh, okay, So about half and half. Half of these I do really well. Half of these I still need to work on. So I think we could all use a little reminder of how to be stress-free during the holidays, or at least a little less stressed.
Yes.
So like Ty and I were talking about before we came on air, it's the most wonderful time of year, and it can be the most stressful. So I hope that I can give you a few tips, and I'm afraid that my phone is going to be buzzing during all of this because people are going to be going, you do that, you do that. So
stress can be a killer too. I mean, that can really be bad on your health.
Stress is very, very hard on your body. So anytime we can de-stress, that is an excellent idea. So my first tip is to forget perfection.
Oh.
So, okay, I'm going to go hide in the corner now because I am a perfectionist. So I know, don't text me. I know I am. So the holidays do not have to be perfect, and they don't have to be the same every year. New traditions will come about, and that's okay. Change is hard, but change is okay.
I struggle with that there.
I do too. I do too. And I like for everything to be just so. And I just want everybody to have just such a good time. And
then
I feel
you know
like
what to expect, right?
Yes. And then I feel like it's my responsibility to make sure everybody else has a good time. But it's not. We are only responsible for ourselves. We can't make someone else have a good time.
Those meatballs are not going to explode if somebody doesn't bring it. They're not going to fall over.
It's okay. Keep in mind that you can't do it all. And as our families grow, traditions may have to change. So that's something for everyone in the family to learn and know. And I know it's hard.
But that's a big one. Somebody gets married and then they got to go to their parents or that's a big one.
Right. And that's a big stressor for many people, especially if you are introducing a new spouse or a new baby and you're trying to get everybody because everybody wants to see everyone. Yep. So if you can't have those special holidays on that particular day, just focus on spending time with each other when you can. It doesn't have to be on that same day that you've always done it.
That's a biggie.
But that requires communication.
Mm-hmm.
And that
requires...
well
been a water balloon she chucked at me just a minute ago.
I'm talking to myself on that one. I'm not even going to lie to you on that one. I'm talking to myself. But focus your energy on spending time with those that you love rather than trying to keep everything perfect. One way with that communication that I just mentioned is to plan ahead. So don't wait until the day before everyone is expecting you to arrive to throw that kink in things and say, oh, yeah, no, we're not doing that this year. So we're coming up on, December 11th. So we still have 2.5 weeks left of December. Now would be a great time to start discussing things if you have not done so already.
See, my mom's great at that, though. She will ask me way in advance. The only problem is I go, we got 2 weeks. Why are we talking about it now? I don't know. You live a mile from me. Yeah, sure. I mean, no, but she's really good at that, and I'm horrible at it.
Now, see, I'm pretty good at planning ahead. I'm ready to start talking about these kinds of things at the beginning of November.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
like, okay, so where's everybody going? What are we doing? How's this going to work? When are we going to go shopping? When are we going to do this? I'm okay at this one. Perfection.
I like when we're going to eat.
Yeah, I like to know what we're eating too.
And what is it? No.
But maybe set specific days for shopping, visiting with friends. If you like to bake, maybe set a day to bake. Any other holiday traditions or rituals that you have, go ahead and plan those. I know, yes, you want to be flexible. And keep in mind that, yes, you will need to be flexible because life happens. We know that. You just said, I haven't been here in forever. That was because life happened and I got sick and couldn't talk. And I didn't think you'd want to hear me coughing all over the radio. That's not a good sound.
Well, and see, that's my point for my mom. She's like, well, let's talk about it now. I'm like, yeah, but what if life happens in between now and then? We got to change it anyway. Why make a set plan if we're just going to have to probably change it?
And that does happen.
But it does happen, but it may not. You don't know.
That's
so
what
if you plan
she
ahead,
says.
you're ready to go.
At least we got some place to start off at. And I'm like, okay.
I agree with your mom. You should listen to her.
I know.
You
She's
should
gonna
listen to her.
love
She
that you
sounds
said
smart.
that.
But if you plan ahead, that saves in that last minute scramble.
It does.
Yep. If you're feeling overwhelmed, ask for help. So reach out to others. This is a hard one, so I'm gonna go back and I'm talking to myself again here. Ask for help. Accepting help and support from those who care about you can be very helpful.
You know the only problem with that?
You have to ask.
No, you got to admit you're failing before you ask for help.
I'm
going
to go hide in the corner again.
Me and the Titanic, man, we're going down together because, I won't give things up.
I understand. Well, then should we skip on down to learn to say no?
No, I need to give things up. That's part.
Should we go on to my next tip? That is learn to say no
she knows
as well.
Me too well.
With the reaching out. Also, if you wake up, does anybody have those mornings where you wake up and you're just a little grumpy? You're just you're not feeling it that day?
I don't know, Ty. Am I ever grumpy when I get to...
I never have those days as my phone dings, 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 dings. But no, we all have those days. But a way to lift your spirits would be to do something nice for another person. If you're not really feeling
that's a really good idea.
all happy, and even if you're not happy doing it right that second, it will make you feel better. So reach out, help another person. When you feel overwhelmed,
we need to do that every day.
Ask someone for help. We should.
That's great.
And then we'll go back to that learn to say no, which I also struggle with sometimes. But saying yes when you should say no can leave you overwhelmed. It can leave you frustrated. You can also feel resentful because you should have said no, but you said yes, and now you're stuck doing it, and so on and so forth. So
I told her before. My doctor actually told me that and wrote it on a popsicle stick.
Which I love.
Here, put this in your purse. This is a prescription, and I want you to pull that out every time and think about it. And I actually did the other day, and I said no, and I felt horrible. But then I was like, no, you know what? I should have. When you really think about it, in the moment, you always want to say yes to everything.
Right.
And that's one of my doctor said, you got to stop that. Got to stop it.
Right.
And she's right.
I got a question. Was it a popsicle stick or was it a tongue depressor?
Oh. The same thing, isn't it?
Sort of. I just didn't know if she had a popsicle there. And she went, yeah. And then she wrote on there, or she grabbed a tongue depressor out of the thing. And
went, like just curious. See why I'm in a bad mood every day?
Maybe a craft stick. You can write it on a craft stick if you don't have a popsicle stick or a tongue depressor handy.
See? I love her.
Write yourself
come in every day.
Learn to say no.
I tell him no all the time. There's no problem with it.
And if you don't know whether or not you should say yes or no at the time, you can say, let me check my schedule.
See?
And I'll get back with you. And then
that's a polite way to do it, right?
Yeah, but then do get back with the person. Don't just leave them hanging.
Well, and she said that my doctor said, she said, do it that way. And then in the next 48 hours, a lot of times, if you're not just right in front of the person and there's not 12 kids standing beside them, you're more than likely, you know what, I checked my schedule. I am a little busy. Maybe next time, don't forget about me next time because maybe I'll be able to do it. And I thought it was great, but
it's hard to do. It takes practice. But if you've said no once, then there you go. You've done your one. Now you just build on that.
I'm going to try.
There you go.
You build on that. Let's see. Stick to a budget. This one, I like this one. It's easy to get swept up in the holiday shopping madness. So before you go shopping, decide what your budget is and then stick to it. I've taught this lesson numerous times this month of setting a budget, and that budget is different for every person. So don't try to keep up with everybody else.
That's a great tip.
that is one thing that I know is really hard to do because with social media and we're seeing pictures of everybody else they're doing all these fun things.
Well, it's kids too, especially when you've got teenagers, man.
They want to keep up with everyone else too. Give what you can afford to give without going into debt. And consider, if you have a large family, consider a gift exchange. There's all kinds of different ways that you can do a gift exchange. I found one that I've been handing out in these programs that we've had, and they're just little slips of paper that say things such as trade gifts with the person with the longest hair, or trade gifts with the person who has on the most red or the most green. And they're just kind of random little trade gifts with so-and-so rather than your standard, you have a number and go that way. You can play it that way too, however. But consider a gift exchange, set a limit. Everybody that wants to participate chooses a gift. If it doesn't bring you joy to participate in a gift exchange, don't participate in a gift exchange.
I love that, though, because like my friend brought me this huge box of baked goods, just random, all kinds of, and she brings me one, and then Andy and Robin, God bless you, I love you. And then they'll bring one for the rest of the family because they know my kids will eat it all and I won't get any. So they always bring me my own thing of it. And I think it's the most thoughtful thing in the world.
I love it. Speaking of, choose thoughtful gifts rather than the most expensive gifts. Homemade baked goods. People love those. You can make the gifts in a jar. You can do cookies in a jar. Do the ingredients, layer the dry ingredients layered in a jar, and then be sure and add the instructions that what ingredients they need to add. If you're crafty, make something to give somebody, and then look for sales. You just mentioned that Moonlight Madness has happened tomorrow. Those will be sales, plus you're shopping local and supporting local businesses. So that's a great way. There will be sales, I'm sure, all over the place between now and the holidays. So keep that in mind and don't go over your budget just to try to give someone a gift.
I like a budget. It's almost like a game. I try to see if I can how good can I do? Like how cheap can I do it? But it's almost like when I work with a budget for things like that, it almost makes me feel better because now I'm not, for one thing, my children aren't starving at the end of it. Right. And, I feel like I won. When I hit the mark, I'm like, yeah, look at me go.
And then my last tip is to take care of yourself. So prioritize your needs and your feelings. And that may mean just spending 15 minutes, even 5 minutes. I know we're short on time sometimes, but by yourself in a room, if that's what you need to refuel, do that. Being physically active, I can't miss a chance to talk about being physically active, but be physically active. That is a great stress reliever that also helps improve sleep. If you're going to be physically active outside in the nice, lovely cold weather that we're having, be sure to layer. And of course, stay hydrated, which I think actually is harder to do in the winter because you don't feel as hot. You don't feel like you're sweating, but you do want to stay hydrated as well. So I hope that these tips help you to not dread the holidays. If I could pick just one, I would go with forget the perfection. And that would be the one that I'm talking to myself as well. So I don't know what your holiday stressor is, but keep your triggers in mind and take care of yourself.
I think that list is amazing.
That's a great
list. I
really
think
is.
That's perfect because I
needed to hear that, didn't you?
I needed a lot.
I know all of us needed to hear it
too.
I know all of us need to hear it.
I think I'll post it up on our Facebook page.
I wish you would.
Awesome, do that.
I would love to do that so we could share. Because that's
maybe not today. Look for it tomorrow.
Okay.
Look for it tomorrow.
Look, she said no.
I'm going to say no to today, but look for it by the end of the week. How about that?
Well, and if they're looking for some crafting or maybe some treat ideas or food ideas, you got that covered too, right?
I do. We have a holiday gifts in a jar publication that I'll be glad to print and hand out.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Ashley White, agent for Family and Consumer Science, with some great tips for us for the holidays.
Caldwell County
thank
Extension
you so
Office.
much. Yes.
We appreciate everything you've done all year long
Thank
and coming
you,
in with
thank
us,
you.
and we appreciate that.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right.
Hey, stick around. We got more to come. It's Coffee Talk in 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
It may not be stomach issues.
For me, it's intense gas, or pain, or diarrhea, sometimes all at once, over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms but could never figure it out.
No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor and get really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, may be the reason for my stomach issues.
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
Sunshine today, high 44. Now tonight, clear with an overnight low of 28. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high near 49. And then on Friday, as we kick off the weekend, a 20% chance of rain, cloudy, high 49. Again, sunshine today, a little bit warmer, high 44.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Black Patch Grill.
Do the winter blues have you down? You are not alone. Seasonal depression affects many people. If you are experiencing periods of low energy, social withdrawal, hypersomnia, or other symptoms of depression, seek help from one of our licensed professionals with Health First Community Health Center. Visit their website, healthfirstchc.net, or contact their office at 270-365-9455 for more information. Health First Community Health Center is located at 1100 South Jefferson Street in Princeton. At Health First, your health is our first concern.
At Christmas time, we gather around the dinner table with family and friends. There's nothing better than knowing your meal is mouthwatering for you and your guest. Nose Barbecue will smoke a pork shoulder or ham over hickory coals, low and slow, the old-time traditional way. Call to order no later than December 18th and pick up your pork shoulder or ham at Nose. You can also book catering for holiday parties. Located right by Barkley Dam and the Big Blue Bridge in Grand Rivers. For more information, check out Nose Barbecue's Facebook page. 1580 103.3 WPKY. Tess and Ty and Coffee Talk on the air this morning. And Ty, we got a house full.
We
Who
do. We've got all the microphones full this morning, and certainly glad to welcome into the WPKY studios representatives of First Christian Church in Princeton. They're located on Hopkinsville Street. We have Pastor Johnathon Webster and Gordon and Tammie Sanders are here, and boy, they've got an exciting announcement for us. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ty and Tash. So glad to be with you, and we wanted to, because you all have been such a great support, and we love your show, we wanted to come and make the official announcement. We received a $5,000 grant to reach out to the community youth.
Oh, wow.
Awesome. That is fantastic.
That is amazing.
Yes.
So tell us about the grant and then what kind of exciting program that you're going to launch out of First Christian with this grant.
So the grant is from the NBA, not the National Basketball Association.
Well, now that's what I was thinking
I knew
personally.
you would, Tash. So the National Benevolent Association, which is a national organization that is connected to our faith group that seeks to minister to kids, to youth, and to senior citizens. So out of this grant, we are going to reach out to our community youth with some high-adventure activities. I'm going to let Tammie and Gordon jump in and tell you about these activities.
Well, there's a lot of options out there. There's at least 80 on the list that the scouting organization allows. We're going to really find out what the youth would like to do, and we're going to present all these as possibilities. But everything from camping and paddling sports to skiing and backpacking. So we have a lot of options, and we'll find out what they want to do.
This program is called Venturing, and it's under the umbrella of Boy Scouts, but it's a program for youth from 14 to 20 years old.
Wow.
And it's a program that's not available in our community, although it's a nationwide program. So we're excited to have a crew or chapter here in Princeton?
So the program is for as Tammie said, for 14 to 20-year-old young men and young women. So, and we'll do some high adventure activities. And the first one we have planned is in January. We are hoping to go to do some indoor rock climbing and then go snow skiing.
Oh, wow.
So, and other activities we are looking at is scuba diving, kayaking, whitewater rafting, whatever these young people want to do, and part of it is developing their leadership skills. And so they'll be planning it, they'll be initiating it, and we'll just follow their lead.
When I was a kid, my dad used to say, what is that saying about idle hands? And I think when they're young, if you keep them involved and keep them, moving and thinking and using their brain, I think that makes a huge difference.
It does, Tash. And the great thing about this program is even though the program will be a year long, if somebody's really involved, like if a young person is in baseball and has to kind of drop out for the spring, they can jump back in during the summer and during the fall. So it's not that you have to be committed all year. If you want to be committed all year, that's great. But if football season comes and you have to play football, then you drop out and then you jump back in with us.
Back in. Tell us how it'll all work. Will there be regular meetings at the church, and then you all will have these events planned, or is it just the main events? How will the program actually be implemented and work throughout the year?
Well, we've got a commitment to 6 outings that we'll do for sure, and those will be the bigger events. And on the side, there can be a lot more involved. And again, the youth will pick some of that as we help mentor them through some of the goals that they would like to do. I think one of the unique things about venturing is that the youth have a huge role in planning and participating, and we simply match our resources of our organization to what the youth would like to do within pretty broad parameters. And that, I think, will really excite the youth as much. So that's one of the more
Is there a
important
limit
parts
to
of it.
how many kids, like at the first 20 kids or something like that?
We don't have a number yet.
We don't have a number. If we got 20 tests, we will be overjoyed, but maybe we'll even get more. And we have additional resources we are looking at, past the 5,000, that we get more. So we just really want to reach out to our community youth, and the more the merrier. It'd be great to have as many.
Exciting news, and anybody hearing this and they're saying, well, I either want to help volunteer or I want to be a part of this, what can we do?
Well, contact First Christian Church. Pastor Johnathon is available.
You can call us at our church phone number, 270-365-2359. 270-365-2359, or feel free to send us a message through Facebook also.
And, of course, Tammie and Gordon, no strangers to adventure, because we might just get into that just briefly. You guys have trekked a few exotic places, I know, and been on a few adventures. Tell us about your experience, because I think that'll help alleviate at least somebody going, you're going to take my kid scuba diving, or you're going to take my kid kayaking. Tell us about some of the adventures you all have been on.
Gordon and I are both dive certified, but we've also done a lot of backpacking and trekking in the Himalayas and the Andes, and here in the United States, Gordon's hiked the Appalachian Trail, and we're currently segment hiking each year the Pacific Crest Trail. So we kind of like the adventure sports.
I always brag on Tammie. She outfishes me, and we've fished everywhere from the Florida Keys up to Alaska. And that's just another one of the many options we can do. In the paddling sports, we've done some canoe camping and canoe sailing, as well as a lot of kayaking. So again, it just adds to the list of what the youth have available to them.
And Johnathon has also had some outdoor experiences.
Sure. So a few years ago, you got to spend a week sailing the Florida Keys with about 20 kids. We had a great time, a whole week on a boat with 20 young folks, and we had a great time sailing and learning about sailing, snorkeling every day. So it was a wonderful experience. I've hiked the AT also. One of my goals in life is to hike all of the AT, but I've hiked a substantial part of it.
Well, and these are adventures that some kids, they don't have, available to them. These are things that, when you talk about sailing and scuba diving and, things like that, that's something that without something like this, it just wouldn't be an option.
I sure wish growing up in Detroit I had this option, and it wasn't until much later I was able to take advantage of some of the outdoors, and it was such a boon to me, and it's sort of a personal mission of mine to be able to pass that forward. So yes, I think anyone has a chance to do this. If they haven't, this would be a perfect venue.
And Tess, you were talking to your previous guest about stress, and you know, teenagers have stress too. We live in a very stressful time, so this will be a way to help them not only physically but emotionally and spiritually deal with the stress issues, get outdoors and enjoy life. We're also going to do some leadership development, community service. So it's not, it's going to be a true group that tries to serve our community and grows together.
Well, and Tammie, what got you started at a young age? It seems like you've been outdoors and doing a lot over the years. So what got you started being interested in extreme sports and outdoor sports?
Well, I don't really consider myself extreme, but I love nature. And I love being in nature. And I guess that is a spiritual place for me and a place where I find a lot of joy. So I like to share that as well.
Well, and a lot of times the outdoors and spiritual beliefs and that sort of thing kind of go hand in hand.
Sure.
That's one place that we definitely feel it and experience it, and that is as good a place as any to share it.
And we're blessed here in rural Western Kentucky. We have a lot of these resources right in our backyard. So, and I just think this is probably just a perfect fit coming together for First Christian Church, your outdoor spirits, and then, of course, the opportunity with the grant to provide this for the community.
And this is for youth throughout our community. It is. The church will host or sponsor this, but you don't have to go to any particular church at all to be a part of this. We're looking for to serve our community, not to require people to be at church on Sunday morning.
And this is for young men and women ages 14 to 20.
Yes.
Correct, yes.
Okay. Do we have a first meeting date or when that's going to be, when everything's going to start?
We do. We'll have an organizational meeting on Sunday, January 12th at 3 p.m. at the church. And then our first activity is going to be January 24th and 25th. We want to go ahead and get one thing planned already. We'll go indoor rock climbing in the afternoon of Friday, the 24th, right after school, and then we'll go skiing all day on the 25th.
You know, I do have time. I have trouble climbing a ladder to change a light bulb.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And that's a great way, too, if you have a little bit of a fear. You know, life can be scary. It's one of those things you can go up to and conquer, and you have people comforting you around you. You can get up there and you can tackle that thing. And guess what? I can do that. I can handle what comes my way in life.
Well,
so
if we can teach them that at a young age like that, then they don't get scared when they're older. And they don't end up like me.
And as you were talking about with your previous guest about presents, I was thinking that I really don't remember many presents I got as a teenager, but I remember the experiences. And this is a gift that you can give your kids. Just try to connect them to us, and they can have some wonderful experiences in 2020.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here.
Wonderful news for First Christian Church and for the entire community, really. So throw out those numbers again if we're interested in being part of the new venture program at First Christian Church.
You can send us a message through Facebook, First Christian Church, Disciples of Christ, Princeton, Kentucky. Or you can call us at 270-365-2359. Again, it's 270-365-2359. And our first meeting will be January 12th at 3 p.m. at the church.
And that's on Hopkinsville Street. Pastor Jonathan Webster and Tammie and Gordon Sanders, thank you. And God bless you all, and just good luck with this venture. It's going to be great.
God bless. And we hope you have a great
Hello,
Merry Christmas,
this is
everybody.
Gloria Smith with the Law Office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrussolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement. For a delicious meal, try Kay's Kitchen in Princeton. They have great home cooking, just like Mom and Grandma used to do. Enjoy cook-to-order breakfast every day, all day. Daily lunch specials include favorites like open-faced roast beef, grilled chicken tenderloins, country fried steak, smoked pork chops, and catfish and shrimp on Fridays. All your favorite veggies, too. And don't forget Kay's homemade desserts. Open Monday through Thursday, 5 to 2, Friday, 5 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 5:30 to 11. Kay's Kitchen, 501 North Jefferson Street, Princeton, 1 block from the courthouse.
1580 103.3 WPKY. Tess and Ty, and of course, here we are at 8:46 on Coffee Talk, and we've got a house full again, and I love it because we got those young folks we were talking about, Ty.
Oh, man, we've got some enterprising young folks with the Caldwell County FBLA chapter. We've got, of course, Advisor J.J. Griggs. We've got the officers here, President Abby Griggs, Vice President. We've got, what's that? Who is that? Tony Lee? Okay, gotcha. He's not here. How does I say? He's not here. Jenna Jaggers, Kendall Prowl, and, of course, Maggie Griggs. And anyway, shit, I'm cracking Tess up. I was like, he's not in here.
No, it actually had nothing to do with you. When you said Vice President, somebody goes, what? That's my kid, or it should be right there.
That's
Her and I would get along.
That's probably Kendall over there. But this is kind of exciting stuff too, because the FBLA is conducting a shoe drive. And tell us about how it works and everything.
Who wants to start? I got it. Okay.
So this is our way of fundraising this year for FBLA, and it's a shoe drive fundraiser that is ran by an organization called Funds to Orgs, and they collect any gently worn, used, or new shoes. And the more shoes we collect, the more money we receive for our club.
Nice. And they do that by weight, from what I understand, so they weigh the shoes?
They do.
Okay.
Can you tell about why we chose to do that and what we're going to do, Abby?
We chose to do this because everybody's always asking people to buy things, and everyone gets tired of that. So we're asking for shoes because it's easy. Everybody has shoes that they need to get rid of, and it's for a good cause.
It's for a great cause.
I think that's great.
Because what do they, I've read a little bit about the organization, and you guys being the future business leaders of America, these folks take these used shoes and help with entrepreneurship, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Tell us about that.
Because of poverty in many countries, working-age adults must create their own economic opportunities, and the shoes we collect are repurposed to help those small business owners, and they sell them in their own communities.
Well, I think they got a pretty good head on their shoulders to be in high school FBLA.
Yes, yeah, it's a good organization. It's the largest career organization in the world. Over 230,000 members in FBLA. A lot of our kids are involved in a whole lot of other things, so we probably are not the strongest FBLA chapter around, and myself as well. I got a lot of things on my plate, but we do what we can. Most of our members are involved in other sports and other teams and things like that, and so when we decided, we always had to raise funds because we'll talk about that why in a minute, but they get tired of selling things, just like everybody gets tired of buying things. And this was one of the deals where it was easy. Grab your shoes out of your closet, donate them to us. And it's one of those things where you don't have to get money out of your pocket, but it helps these people in some of the underdeveloped countries. And like he said, what Funds to Orgs does is they're going to take these shoes and they're going to sell them to some micro enterprisers in these countries who will they'll teach them how to set up business, and then they sell them to people in those countries who need shoes for a very low price. And so it's kind of a win-win for everybody.
Well, it's kind of like that pass it on kind of theory, you
Right.
know, where you do something good and then it goes on and it goes on and it goes on.
Exactly.
But, when you do that, I think that you're right. We are inundated in a lot of, especially around the Christmas and holiday season,
Right.
with fundraisers.
Yes.
And you kind of have to pick and choose your
Yes, you do.
favorites and
You
who
do.
you want to support and that sort of thing. At my house, it never ends because I've got, 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, I also have twins. I have 3 children and I have twins. And they bring home the same thing all the time. And then they look at me like, well, Mom, what are you going to buy?
Exactly.
I ain't buying none of it. How about that? How you like them apples? But this, this is perfect, though, because everybody has got kids, that outgrow shoes. Or maybe themselves that, it's just not what I'm into this year. So, that is, you can help and not be out a ton of money at the same time.
Exactly. Doesn't take much time at all. I cleaned my closet out this weekend and got 2 bags.
What about those of us, I got to ask this question, maybe have those tennis shoes that maybe were worn without socks and
what?
Or maybe
They'll clean 'em. They'll clean 'em.
That's what I was wondering. That's what I was getting at. We're kind of like,
These girls are all saying,
I don't want to take those
that,
in there. I don't want to take those in there. I've been mowing.
I have mine on right now without socks, so we're good.
They're a little stinky. So what do we do about that, Maggie or Kendall? Tell me. So Maggie's going to shout. I'm trying to make her talk down there. Get in on the action.
Ty, first of all, they said you're nasty and you need to wear socks. Yeah. That's the look that was on every single girl's face.
Yeah, just wear your socks. Good hygiene. Practice good hygiene.
Okay.
Always.
Make good choices, Ty. Yeah. That's what you need to do.
I don't wear socks because I don't like matching socks, so it takes one person's socks out of the basket.
Are there any stipulations to the shoes? I mean, can we use open-toed?
Yes, anything. It can be flip-flops, tennis shoes, steel toe work boots. That'd be even better because those are heavy. Those would be great. But anything, they're going to take anything.
Because it does go by weight.
It goes by weight. Yeah. So however heavy your shoes are, we'll take them. Yeah.
Hey, Allison.
Box in them though.
Yeah. No, because we do have to. We kind of they pay people also through this program in those countries to clean the shoes, and so it's providing some jobs there as well.
I've got some steel toe for you at home. I'll bring them in.
All right. Awesome. All right. What you want to tell them a little bit about what FBLA does and why we need the money, Kendall?
We're fundraising for our regional, state, national competition. Each year we go to Murray State for regional, and if you place there, you get to move on to the state level in Louisville.
What do you do at competition? When you say it's competition, I mean, what do you do? Is it just questions?
Each person, signs up for an activity. There's tests you can take, or there's a scrapbook, or, speeches you can give. And at the end of the day, they do awards. And if you get first, second, or third, you get to go to the state level.
Like Tony Lee last year, our vice president, he won the regional competition in economics. So they have lots of different tests. He took a test in economics, and he scored first in the region, which is excellent. And he got to go to the state level. I think he ended up placing fifth. Top three, I believe, go to nationals. We didn't do near as well last year as we needed to do, so we're going to try to do a little bit better this year. Some of the categories are hard: impromptu speaking, job interviews. It's all those things that surrounding business that they would do in class, and so then they'll test it on a business law, economics, those kind of things. And then they'll go. Some will take a test. Some will do performance events, and they'll give presentations, and some will make videos and. They'll give you case studies, and then you have to present to the judges how you would handle that case. So lots of different categories that they can do. We've been very successful over the past several years, and we've had several students go to nationals. Just a few years ago, I got to take a couple kids out to California to nationals, and so it's a good opportunity, but that costs money. It costs a lot of money for them to go, and unfortunately. The kids even have to pay to go to regional competition because we don't have enough money. So we try to cover the bus cost because it costs us to get a bus and a driver and go there, and somebody's calling me. Anyway, and so that costs a lot of money, and we have to get it somewhere. And so we've sold pecans, and we've sold candy bars, and we've sold all that stuff that every group sells. And so we tried to kind of go a different route with it this time. So we're hoping to get to nationals in San Antonio, Texas. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it'll cost a lot of money, and we'll see who can get us there this year. Probably Tony
Bring
Lee.
in your shoes, please.
Yeah, so tell us how we drop them off and where we need to take them and all that good stuff.
You can drop them off at the high school. Just put them all in a trash bag, and you can bring them there.
Bring your non-stinky shoes.
Oh, yes.
Or you can call the high school and leave a message for me, JJ Griggs, or email me at jennifer.griggs@caldwell.kyschools.us. That's really long. And we have a lot of drivers, so they can come and pick them up if you can't get them to us. And we're going to be collecting through this week and the rest of next week. They haven't given us a pickup date yet, so we're going to continue really taking the shoes probably through the first of the year because it'll be after January before they come and get them.
I love it.
Get those closets cleaned out. This is a good time to do that. I know people do spring cleaning. Well, right
when
before
you're done
Christmas.
with yours, come clean mine.
Great time to just kind of look, and I'm sure a lot of Imelda Marcoses out there that just have tons of shoes sitting around there. And
okay, I will admit that I may have a slight problem with shoes. I mean, maybe. I mean, and I'm not a girl. I don't have 10,000 jars of fingernail polish. But shoes, however, girl,
yes,
I may have an issue.
So get them out there. And I was going to ask you about the FBLA because it's interesting. you have this great organization out there. Is it still affiliated? I know you do the yearbook out there as well. Is that something you integrate with FBLA, the yearbook and that, or is that a whole separate thing?
No, it's a whole separate thing. Well, I guess it is. Most of the kids that are on yearbook are in FBLA, so that I guess would count. And we do have some graphic design competitions.
Yes,
and stuff
that's
like
what
that
I was
through
getting
FBLA
at.
that
Sales and that
yearbook
kind of
kids
thing.
Could be in. But no, I do yearbook, I do FBLA, I do student council, and I coach volleyball along with teaching 7 classes a day. So it kind of gets a little crazy.
She should need Ashley's tip.
I just started to say, well, we'll give you Ashley White's number over at the extension office, and we're probably going to have a group counseling session later on with her.
Okay, let's go down the line here. What do you love about FBLA, Maggie?
People participating and doing what we need for the community.
Awesome.
Tell them some of the couple of things that we do besides going to competition, Maggie. Come on.
Each year we participate in Christmas Angels, decorating Christmas cards, and caroling for the nursing home.
Yeah, that's always a fun. That's always a fun one. It hasn't been quite as fun since Shane Burns graduated, but
I mean, he makes everything kind of fun.
Oh, he's a hoot.
Yeah.
Go caroling with Shane Burns, and your life is made.
I get to see his guitar playing on a regular basis.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, we do some other things. We make cards for veterans, and we try to do as much as we can. But like I said before, they're involved in some other things. But we try to get out there, and the people who are at the nursing homes we go to really enjoy that, and the kids enjoy that, seeing some people, and that's always an experience. And then we kind of paint some pumpkins sometimes during the fall. We didn't get to this fall, and take those to the nursing homes as well, and just a few things.
Did you have a story to share?
Oh, I just love going to the nursing home and caroling for them. Yeah, it's so sweet.
It is.
Well, there's churches that get involved with that, and I think sometimes that people, kind of overlook the nursing home. But I'm glad that it's a really good lesson for you guys. It takes very little to make them happy, and just giving them just an ounce of love and attention, and they are so happy.
Mm-hmm. That is true. It's a good thing for them.
Okay, let's go down the line. What do you love about FBLA?
Just the opportunities it opens up for us as a club and as a community.
Well, my favorite part is getting to meet all the new people, like at the competitions and stuff. You make friends.
Excellent.
Good answer.
Very good.
Well, thank you all very much. A great program. Again, if you got those shoes out there that are just sitting around, you haven't worn them in a while, they're not totally gone. They can be used again. You don't want them just falling apart.
Right. Definitely.
But gently used, or maybe even a new pair. You'll take a new
pair.
Sure,
definitely.
Absolutely.
Get in contact with the FBLA chapter out at Caldwell County High School. And of course, advisor J.J. Griggs, and throw out that number again if they want to call.
The high school's number is 270-365-8010, and you can just leave a message for me, and they'll get it to me. And like I said, if you can't bring them to us, we will get one of our FBLA members to come get them.
Well, thank you so much, ladies. We
appreciate it. Getting the word out for us.
You should say Shane Burns who? We don't need him.
Yeah. Don't tell him I talked about him.
I won't tell him. Nobody will tell him. Hey, it is 8:59. We appreciate all you do up at school, and I know that you're very active, even coaching, and we do appreciate all that you do for our community and our young folks. It is 8:59 on Coffee Talk with Tess and Ty. And, hey, I'll tell you what, Todd's going to be around tomorrow, isn't he?
I think
About
so.
this time tomorrow. Of course, Todd Griffin is going to be here tomorrow with
the Sideline Report.
Sideline Report.
Yeah.
What in the world? I couldn't think of Sideline Report
Thank you
all
all.
of a sudden. I don't know
Appreciate
how that
it. Have
happened.
a great day. Yeah,
but, hey,
we
he's
got the
going to be
Sideline
here.
Report. Yep, we're looking forward to that. We've got our boys middle school team is undefeated.
Right.
And so I know
21-0?
Yeah, and I think he's got Coach Andrea Forrester coming in tomorrow. And
she's amazing, by the way.
And so he asked me to stick around, and there's no telling where he's going to go with the show, but of course we'll talk about that middle school team and among other things, and all things sports, of course.
Well, then, of course, I'm quite sure that they'll talk about the 7th grade tournament. That's going to be going on versus Lyon County tomorrow. Of course, we got our Caldwell boys basketball, the junior varsity and the varsity coming up this week. That's going to be a home game versus Muhlenberg right here at the Cab. So make sure you stay tuned for that. He's going to get you all informed and up to date and all the things you need to know. So stick around for that. We've got our full forecast next, and
don't forget about Moonlight Madness coming up tomorrow.
That's right. It's all from 1580 103.3 WPKY.
All aboard!
Grab the kids and jump on board for the next stop on the Tess and Ty Holiday Tour.
Join WPKY and the Princeton Caldwell County Chamber of Commerce in downtown Princeton for a small town Christmas.
Start a new tradition with Breakfast with Santa and Elf on the Shelf from 8 until 10 at the Tourist Center.
Head over and enjoy the free holiday movie at Capitol Cinemas at 10 a.m.
Drop off your child's letter to Santa on your way to join Mrs. Claus, Buddy the Elf, and Jovi for story time at the Tourist Center at 1.
Stay for the crafts for kids at 2, and don't miss your child's chance for pictures with Santa at the Santa House.
Then grab your spot and buckle up as we broadcast